Good morning to you, Michael. Concern over Martin Odegaard after he came off on Sunday. What's the latest with him? Is he out there training?
Yes, good morning, Rob. We've had loads of messages, haven't we? Tweets announce Odegaard. Is Martin Odegaard there training for Arsenal? The answer, he is out there. He is out with the Arsenal first team. And I understand it's a full Arsenal squad who are about to take part in this training session before they head to Germany for that huge Champions League second leg in Munich against Thomas Tuchel's side. But that is the big news here. There were concerns, weren't there? In the post-match, Mikel Arteta said he was feeling something. Then someone said, what was it? The reply, he was feeling something. He could not continue. So there's no real definitive on what the actual injury it was. But whatever it was, it doesn't seem to be a big issue at all because their captain, Martin Odegaard, is out there. Now, look, some training sessions, some of these players who might be a slight doubt, they stay in the gym. So the fact he's out here for the early part of the training session as well is a very, very good sign for Arsenal fans. And we know Bayern have got a number of injuries and a couple of suspensions as well. So for Arsenal, it looks like they will have a full squad going to Munich. Of course, without Julian Timber, of course, had the injury all season. My understanding is he'll be in an under-21 game in a couple of weeks as well. So it's more good news for them. But the full focus is on tomorrow and Odegaard, and he's out there.
That's quite exciting for Arsenal fans to see that. 2 games without a win for them, though, for the first time in over 3 months. And as you said, off to Munich later for the squad ahead of a huge game tomorrow. What is this? Exciting times or nervous times?
I think it should still be exciting time, shouldn't it, really? I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is a damaging defeat Sunday, but we always reflect on the team that loses. Credit must also go to an excellent Aston Villa performance in the second half, especially. Unai Emery going back to the Emirates as well. It was a good performance from them. Yes, it was disappointing for Arsenal, especially after seeing Liverpool's defeat a few hours earlier. But it seems to be a bit of a difference. Unlike last season when there was that draw home to Southampton that Friday night, that really damaging home defeat to Brighton, which pretty much ended their title hopes. But Mikel Arteta will hope it is different this time around. He even said on Sunday post-match after that Villa defeat, if you want to win championships, if you want to be there in the Champions League, when you have these moments, you have to stand up. Now is the big test for us. And the big test for them now is tomorrow night at Bayern Munich. And what an exciting test for them as well. And then it's a massive match on Saturday night at Molineux against Wolves. So Mikel Arteta knows what they have to do these next couple of games, but maybe they've had a year's experience, a year on. These players know what it feels like. They felt that disappointment on Sunday, but now's the test going to Germany, a huge second leg tie. Evenly poised at all, isn't it? No away goals, so it makes these games so open now, doesn't it? But as I said, Bayern Munich could be missing a few players as well. And what will that stadium be like tomorrow night, Rob? We know now that Bayern Munich are not going to win the Bundesliga. Is Mikel Arteta going to say to these players, you know what, get an early goal? Because the fans could potentially be on the Bayern Munich's players' backs. We know Thomas Tuchel's leaving at the end of the season, so there'll be pressure on him to deliver something before he leaves as well. But the only thing they can win is the Champions League. So it's a humongous game for Bayern Munich as well. And of course, Arsenal players will be seeing Harry Kane again and Eric Dyer, players they know so well. And Kane will be a huge game for him as well. But look, Arsenal know what they need to do now. 2-2, it was an exciting first leg. It's bound to be a very exciting second leg. But as we see out there, Mikel Arteta does have a full complement of players. He's got a fully fit squad. We see Odegaard out there, which the fans will be delighted with. What does he do in terms of the team selection? Does he maybe look at the left-back situation? Obviously, Zinchenko or Tomiyasu maybe at left-back. Does Jorginho come back into that midfield? He's had an excellent season, hasn't he, under Mikel Arteta? What's the front three? Would he go with Asaka, Kai Havertz, maybe Jesus out wide, who's got an excellent Champions League record as well? So there's plenty of options there. We know David Raya will be the number one alongside Saliba and Gabriel at the back. Ben White will likely be at right back. But he does have options. We know Leandro Trossard started the match on Sunday, but we'll see whether he starts again. But yeah, the good news here is that Martin Odegaard is here, and it's a full squad ahead of a huge Champions League match.